Yo, what's up guys? Mayor Mass here and welcome back to another video today. So before we get into who we're going to be talking to today, please make sure to like the video and subscribe to the channel because we just hit 800 subs and we are on the way to 1K, and you guys have just been going so crazy recently and I couldn't thank you enough. So today we're going to be talking about a little special someone named Dkane. And when I mean he's little, he's literally little. 5'2" to be exact. He's also a wannabe gangster and a predator, and I really don't know how any of that works because I don't think gangs accept that kind of behavior, but whatever goes on goes, I guess. Jokes aside, Dkane has had many allegations, and the recent charges that have come out yesterday are really insane because it basically confirms all of the allegations about him over the past year and a half to be true. He not only has allegations of repping sets he's not a part of, which I'm not really gonna look into, he has hardcore allegations of being a predator. As I said, Dkane had a lot of people watching him and looking into him, it seems, and interacting with him like Lolcow and a bunch of other creators, but there was one guy that ended up getting into contact with Dkane's ex-girlfriend who ended up to be 17 while Dkane was allegedly 23 and they were in a relationship. She also brings up the first batch of charges that we're going to be talking about today, and that is the charges of him poking his grandparents. And yeah, that is honestly some devious shit. Dkane was flexing these charges like a badge of honor, like he was out in the streets or something doing some actual kind of stuff with his life, and he wasn't. He was just at home harassing his grandparents.
On this account. Okay. So then let's start with like the beautiful things in life, and like, how did you guys even meet? Let's start there before we start with the ugly stuff.
Oh, okay. We met on Instagram. That's really perfect.
Who shot the shot first?
Me, of course.
You shot the shot?
Yes. Very much.
Okay. And so let's start here. Dkane is how old by chance?
23.
Okay, Mr. Confoso, 23. And then by chance, how old are you looking at right now?
Y'all, let's just put it like 17. 17?
Let me say this, because some girls sometimes like to lie. So was Mr. Confoso about your age?
No, that was never. People keep saying that. No, I literally asked him how old he was, and he was like, go look at my famous birthday. So I did, and then it said 20. I was like, you're 20. I was like, I'm 16. He was like, okay, that doesn't matter. As long as we don't tell anybody, you're gonna be an adult anyway. So I think that's what he said.
What's happening?
How do I put it? He's psycho. He's a midget that's psycho. He beats not only on females, he beats on his grandparents actually too. His grandma.
The abuelitos?
Yeah, those charges, he says, oh, look at my charges. 2 of those charges are from his grandma and his grandpa for stabbing. Okay?
What did they do?
All we know is that they were drunk or something like that. It's on his records or something.
Dkane has now responded back to the rumors that he allegedly poked his grandma. That's right, if you guys remember, about a few months back, somebody came out with this report saying that he had done his grandma completely dirty, taking out and poking her with it. He even went as far as saying that he could call both of his grandmas mid-interview. This interview took place with 44 Vato, and it's actually available on all platforms. But listen to what Dkane had to say for yourself.
Do you stay by yourself or you stay with your grandma? Or?
No, that's cap.
That was all cap?
Yeah, that's cap.
Oh, okay. Were they making up rumors, bro, when they say something about like the grandma, like the situation with the grandma?
Yeah, that was cap. I could call both my grandmas right now. My other grandma, she's the one that like raised me, so I call her mom.
Yeah.
But basically, anyway, I could call both my grandmas right now, you know what I'm saying? That was all cap.
And Dkane also went on the interview and admitted that there's a mole in his circle. Somebody telling all the Cheese Man T pages and everybody else all the things that he's ever done. but this is something that he's only keeping to himself. Chat, let me know and drop a comment. What you guys think about this one, though?
I love all of these half-assed remarks out of Dkane. He also gives one for when he gets caught up for talking to a minor, too. He's gonna give all of these lame responses, and it's gonna get real annoying. And I love how he's just like, oh yeah, I didn't poke my grandma. I can just call him up right now and she's gonna say the same thing. Listen, she's probably just gonna say that because it's embarrassing to even admit your grandson is that much of a disgrace to do that to you. When Dkane gets caught up about these allegations, I don't know if it was before the interview of his ex-girlfriend or after, but when he gets confronted about these allegations, he just goes hog wild. He starts whining like a little kid getting caught up and getting his toy taken away. No, I didn't do that. What's that gonna prove?
To it.
Exhibit
Go
C.
back to it.
The white
Go
toes
back
doing
to
it
it.
for me.
Yeah, where does she say
And
her
that-
age in that? Where does
and
she
that
say her
girl's
age?
61 backwards.
Where does she say her age? Where does she say her age?
Why are you asking a girl for
Where
pop-up
does
pics?
she say her age?
Listen, little bro. I'm answer.
And
why
go
are
back
you
to
asking-
the other screenshot too. Go
I
back
will-
to the
hold
other
on.
one.
I'll
Go back to
why,
the other one.
Why are you asking this girl for
Go back to the
pics?
other one.
You don't even know her age.
Go
and you're
back
asking
to the other one.
Hold on, Exhibit D.
Go back to the other one.
That's your contact.
Another one.
How
Go
old
back
are
to
you,
the
Mom?
other two.
All right, I'm 17. You said you're
Go back to
17,
the other
bro.
two. What does this prove?
You lied to a girl saying you're 71 backwards, little bro.
When did I lie? Where's the date in this? When did I lie?
That was a year ago, little bro. It matches your number.
That was a year ago? Where does it say the date?
I have the dates.
So, where's it at?
It's posted on my videos. Check out my recent videos, little bro.
It's not, because you would put it right here.
It's on my recent video. I can't
just
post a
put
whole
it
screen recording of
Right
it.
here.
It goes to your Instagram. It goes to your number. Everything.
Yeah,
You know
okay.
what I'm saying?
Now, put
So lame, lying to minors about his age, saying that he's 17. Like, bro, what the hell? This might be separate to the one about his ex-girlfriend. How many minors has this dude talked to? Obviously a lot. And it's amazing how the little man's trying to talk the big man down. Just really screaming at him, trying to start a screaming match, and he's like, go to the other one, switch to the other one. He's like, alright, I bet, dude. And the other screenshot's legit him lying to minors about his age. Just wonderful. And he's like, where's the timestamp? What the hell, dude? Show me more proof. Show me more proof, like it ain't in his face. Now that you've gotten a summary of Dkane, kinda, and what he's all about, I want to show you a little something from his TikTok before he got thrown in jail last night. And it's really, really concerning. It's him thirst trapping with what seems to look like minors, or who knows, just a couple of other babyface dudes that hang out with him. Hell, it might just be his fruity booty crew just hang out with him the whole time, because this video also is real concerning too. I really don't know what I'm looking at here. What is this? I really don't think we'll ever know, because Dkane's got 60 years behind bars. Dkane has quite an extensive arrest record, like when he poked his grandparents, and this situation where he was hanging out with Ash Trevino and a bunch of crazy stuff ended up happening, and he racked up quite a bit of charges. While Dkane was in this situation, he was out on bond, and he ended up racking a bond violation charge along with a aggressive assault with deadly weapon charge and a possessing weapons charge. You can't do that when you're a felon or you're out on bond. I just don't know why he's even out in public with weapons in the first place. I don't know if it was before or after this case. This may be the case that got him out on bond in the first place, but Dkane at one point was allegedly arrested with a bunch of other teenagers for selling Glocks with switches, or just selling Glock switches in general. And it seems like Dkane snitched out everybody else just so he could walk scot-free. And I'm gonna say this all with a grain of salt, and I really hope you take this segment in with a grain of salt too, because who knows if this is true. But if this is true and this situation does add up with Dkane, like everyone on Reddit and stuff says it does, then this will automatically show you the kind of person that Dkane is. He will involve himself into that kind of lifestyle, but he ain't gonna go down with his homies about it. He's just gonna leave them behind.
17 to 22 now face federal and state charges after Irving police say they were illegally distributing machine gun conversion devices known as Glock switches. Investigators say the group purchased the switches from China and had them shipped to North Texas. An 18-year-old out of Haltom City pleaded guilty in federal court a few months ago. He was seen on social media randomly opening fire out of a moving vehicle using a switch-equipped handgun.
Now, a situation you don't need to take with a grain of salt is that Dkane just got arrested last night for child porn charges. It is actually very shocking. One of the most disturbing things I could ever see come out of a Lolcow. What I've heard so far is that he was making OnlyFans content with minors and selling it, obviously, which is why he got the intent to sell or the intent to promote child porn charges instead of just possession. He probably got possession as well.
We now have an update on the influencer known as Dkane. It's now been revealed that he's facing up to 60 years in federal prison. If you guys didn't know, he got charged with CP. Chat, we have all of the details to tell you in this video. It was revealed that he was arrested on July 15th for 3 different counts of CP. Apparently, these all took place on 3 different days: 12/21/23, 1/14/24, and 2/14/24. We're putting 2 and 2 together, and we're finding out that it's because Dkane was making videos on Of with this person that was very, very young. He was given a $50,000 bond. He only had to pay 10%, which was $5K, and he did bond out. But now you can see that he has 3 different second-degree felony charges, punishable by 2 to 20 years in prison, and a fine of up to $10,000. You times that by 3, you can see a minimum of 6 years in federal prison, or 60 years. Of course, that's only if he's found guilty. Chat, what do you guys think about this one? Let me know and drop a comment.
Imagine that, another Lolcow possibly looking at 60 years in prison, and not because of other people making him delusional, thinking he's in some kind of relationship. It's because of his own actions, of himself being a creep. And you already know I was talking about Daniel Larson at first, but Daniel Larson himself too was a creep. But yeah, I really hope you guys enjoyed this video. Make sure to like the video, and please subscribe to the channel as we are getting so much closer to 1K. And on Sunday, on Lolcow Laugh Line, it's going to be episode 10. We're going to be setting up some tier lists and some fun events for everybody to come through and have a fun time. So we all really hope to see you there. And as always, love y'all.